I held the fork halfway to my mouth, pretending to study the candlelight, while she smiled like she'd just delivered a punchline only she understood. "You know," she said, as casually as if suggesting dessert, "you should really try dating my sister. You're both so boring and serious. You'd be perfect together." My fork clattered onto the plate. The engagement ring suddenly felt like lead on my finger, the diamond gone dull. Calmly, I answered, "That's actually an interesting idea." Dinner ended. But the thought didn't. That night I called her sister. Every word from that dinner replayed, like a recording on loop. I told her everything, the joke, the betrayal, my exhaustion with the engagement. I listened to her silence, then the soft inhale that told me she believed me. A month later, the plan I had set in motion, quietly, deliberately, became inevitable. Sunday brunch. Her entire family gathered around the long oak table, sunlight glinting off polished silverware. She arrived first. Radiant, unsuspecting, waving at me from across the room. Then her sister slid into the seat beside me. The ring, the very one I had returned, now gleamed on her sister's hand. I let my smile stay easy, not smug, just inevitable. I remembered when I first met her. The laughter, the late-night talks. The trust one had stacked like bricks into a wall we built together. Back then betrayal felt impossible. Love was simple until the cracks showed. I hadn't seen them at first, the whispers, the late-night messages, the way she hesitated over my name as if weighing each syllable before letting it leave her mouth. Subtle. Calculated. Then the patterns appeared, the gaps in her stories. Every smile, every "I love you" started tasting like smoke. I confronted her once, voice level, steady. She denied everything. She gaslit me. But something in me had already shifted. I wasn't just hurt anymore. I was awake. Every calculated thought, every quiet step became my armor. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I strategized. Patience became my sharpest weapon. First I cut away her emotional leverage. Distanced myself from her world without drama, letting her think she still held the reins, while I quietly dismantled everything underneath. I made sure the finances were clean, the social circles navigable. Then I approached the one person she would never suspect, her sister. I told the truth, raw, unfiltered, nothing hidden. That careless suggestion she had tossed out, like a harmless joke, became my hammer. I watched from the sidelines as the plan grew. Every laugh they shared, every secret glance, was another brick in the wall closing around her. I made no threats, no scenes, just cold, deliberate truth delivered to exactly the right person at exactly the right moment. It was surgical. That Sunday brunch was cinematic in its precision. She walked in smiling, unaware, while I held the room's attention. Their faces changed the instant the announcement landed. Her sister and I were together. Every eye went to the ring on her hand. My ring. She froze mid-sentence, mid-bite. Confusion, shock, then the slow dawn of realization washed across her face. I met her gaze for one brief second. No anger. No gloating. Just the calm certainty of something inevitable finally arriving. Every word from that dinner came back to her, now, reshaped into a weight she never saw coming. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. Her control, her smug superiority, gone. Dissolved like steam. I watched her register. The magnitude of her miscalculation. The moment she understood her own casual cruelty had built the trap she was now in. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. The satisfaction was silent and complete. The power had shifted, not through rage, but through clarity, precision, and timing. The betrayal that once felt like an open wound had become the instrument of justice. Later, walking away, the weight finally lifted. Relief, yes, but more than that, empowerment. I had been the quiet observer, the patient strategist. I let her expose herself through her own arrogance. And took nothing that hadn't already been offered. Love and trust can be weaponized. Not with chaos, but with restraint. Revenge doesn't need fury. It needs patience, precision, and the courage to strike when the moment is perfect. That Sunday I didn't just end an engagement. I rewrote the story, exposed the truth, and reclaimed my dignity in a way she will never forget. As I watched her scramble for composure, I realized the most devastating revenge isn't shouting or destruction. It's proving, quietly and elegantly, that the control is no longer hers. I smiled, and for the first time in months, I felt untouchable.